Alright everyone, now I'm going to show you how we're going to ice our pyramid cake, our pyramid torte. Okay, so here's our icing. You saw we had our vanilla icing. I added a little bit of color to it. You can see the difference. It's a little bit to the peach. It should be a golden yellow. I don't know, I think the bottle was mismarked. So what we'll have to do is, I'll make sure it's a golden yellow because it should look like butter. A little bit darker than a nice butter. So, but we have our icing ready. I have our croquant on the side here. I have some hot boiling water. I have my icing spatula, and I also have my cake comb, as you can see. So we're going to ice our cake. Let's see what we, yep, okay. So I'm going to ice our cake now and show you how we're going to finish our products. So what we're going to do, now there's two, I have a straight spatula, as you can see, right? So I have it, and I'm going to just go straight across. And I'm going to go even, so how can I explain this? If your cake has an indentation somewhere, don't follow the indents of the cake. What I'd like you to do is just go straight across and go to the edge and then go back, okay? See if I can get that on camera a little better. Just straight across and then go back. So up here, we're gonna fill that part. Just take a little bit more icing, do the same thing. Just go straight across and we'll fill in this edge up here. It's okay if it overlaps on the top because we're going to ice the other side as well. So you can just go straight across and pull off. Okay? So you can see that? A little closer maybe? Alright. So I'm going to do the other side and then we'll comb our cake. Now we're going to do the same exact thing over here. I'm just going to go straight. I'm not trying to go with the curve or anything. If there's any curve in the cake, just go straight across. And again, just very even. And then if we have to fill up any gaps anywhere, up on the top, you can do a little icing up there, a little bit over there. So as you can see, it's starting to overlap right here. And if you can see that. And that's okay, because we want to make sure the cake is nice and even, icing is smooth. We're gonna go across like this. I just keep going back and forth just to make sure that if there's any gaps anywhere, there's a little bit there. And the end right here, I'm gonna put a little bit on the end. I'm gonna show you. So the end, you can see the end needs to be a little bit of icing put on there. So I'm gonna go that way, all right? And I have some nice hot water. I'll show you my little container of really boiling water. So I dipped, and I have a damp towel, so I can dip my spatula, and then I can go, and now the spatula is nice and warm, it'll make this really smooth. You can see how nice and smooth it is. And I hardly took any off, you can see that. All right, so now I'm gonna dip my cake comb. I'm gonna use the small teeth. I think the small teeth look nice. So now we're going to ice one side and hold your cake comb even with the cake. Don't hold it out, don't stick it out because you'll take all your icing off. Hold it even with the cake. So now you're just going to go in a nice wave, and then you can go over it so the bottom part gets it again. So now you have your cake comb, and now let me grab my offset spatula. So now you can see, and I want to show you, so you can see where the top of the cake is uneven, of course. So now we're going to go to the opposite side. We're going to push this down and make it even. See if I can show you that again. There we go. So now your cake is even on each side. So now I'm going to comb the other side. Have my hot water. I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to comb it, and then I'll go over it again so that the whole thing is combed. Alright? So don't worry about the ends, because you're going to cut the ends off with a really sharp knife, but you would do that at home. Okay, or when you're ready to serve the cake itself. Okay, so I'm going to wipe the edges right here, so that way the board is clean. I have our hot warm chocolate, which we're going to stripe in a moment. Okay, so I'm going to mask the bottom. I'm going to take this off the turntable. We have our chocolate to the side because I have a pastry bag. So masking the sides. Masking is when we're going to do just the edge on the bottom. And finish the side. Okay, then you're going to do the other side. So I'm holding it with my right hand. I'm right-handed, and then all I'm doing is getting a pile in my hand here, and then I'm just going to touch the edge of the cake. And all the excess I tap off. So that's masking, which you all should know already. So that's masking our cake. So now we have our chocolate, nice and warm. Now there's two ways you can do this. Of course, you know we have a pastry bag, right? And we can fill our pastry bag and then cut the end off. We could do that. Or, you know, if you have 30 or 40 of these and you want to do it quickly, you put a little bit in your spoon. See, let me get this out of the way. Let me bring this back farther so you can see it. You see your cake? Yep. So, actually, let me put it back on the turntable. I think that'll be better. It's closer. Alright, so I'm going to do a close-up. There we go. Right there. Okay, so you can get your spoon and just drizzle across. Let it drop off. Just drizzle off the spoon, and then just go quickly, and you can stripe your cake. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. You can do, of course, your pastry bag, or you can give it a look. So there you have your cake. So now you can see, okay? And so if there's any edible flowers that we can get for the class, I'll pick some up or order them and see if they can come in. But this is what your pyramid cake should look like. So let me take it off, show you. Okay, you got all your layers. Now I'll tell you what I'll do. I have my hot water, have my knife, how about that? Is that better? You can see where all your layers are. Okay, see how even I cut the cake? A little off, huh? The middle is a little thicker. Okay. Now my chocolate was warm, so when I cut through it, it dragged the chocolate down. So that's where that little spot came from. But that's your pyramid torte. So that's how you're going to finish your cakes for next week in class. Okay, everyone. We will see you. Arrivederci, everyone. Hope you enjoyed watching me again. Okay, ciao.